Hey, all my Facebook friends, this is Randy Karcher, the Musical Health Transformation Coach. Thanks for joining me for Fortissimo Friday. Glad you're here with me. I got a call from a really good friend today, and I could feel the pain in his voice and hear it. And it's always difficult when someone in your family is making choices that affect everybody else and that they don't realize could be very self-destructive down the line if they don't make any changes. But I don't know whether it's that they're young or for whatever reason there's a disconnect. Maybe their cerebral cortex hasn't quite formed over yet, or whatever the reason is. But it's very difficult to watch them, and it's hard to not want to go and fix it and enable them. But as another friend of mine told me years ago when I was going through something very difficult, he said, sometimes the most loving thing you can do is let someone figure it out for themselves. And so I shared this with my friend and assured him that we would be praying for he and his family. But it's difficult to hear about stuff like that going on. But you know, the interesting thing is, whether people realize it or not, and when they're right in the middle of self-destructive behavior or whatever, they don't even think about the fact that everything that we do affects somebody else around us. Even though we don't think it is, everything in life affects something else. That's just the way it is. And really, sometimes the best thing we can do is to show our love by encouraging, but not enabling. Reminds me of a story. It's kind of a fable. I love this. Someone shared it with me a long time ago, and it's always stuck with me. There's a guy that moved into a neighborhood. He was the new neighbor, and his neighbor next door had this dog that kept howling all the time, day and night. So he let time go by, weeks, and it turned into a month, and finally he went over there, introduced himself to his neighbor, and said, so what's going on with your dog? And the neighbor said, oh, I'm sorry, I hope he's not bothering you. And the guy said, so what's wrong with him? And the neighbor said, he's sitting on a nail. And the new neighbor said, well, why doesn't he just get up? And a classic answer from the neighbor, I guess he's not hurting bad enough. Isn't that the way things have to happen all the time? Until somebody hits rock bottom, or until they make a choice that they really want to do something or make a change. It's not going to happen. We're all wearing the ruby slippers, but until we're ready to let somebody help us to learn to click our heels together, it's not going to happen. So I guess that's my message today, is that we have to lovingly let people figure it out. We can encourage and offer suggestions, but we're really showing our love more sometimes by stepping back, smiling, sending our love, but not enabling them. I thought I would play something peaceful today. Years ago, my friend Vicky Panky Taylor and I wrote a Christian cantata. Hey Jay, thanks for joining us, buddy. And there's one song in there called Prince of Peace. And it's a choir number, so it's not really a solo number, but I'll just kind of take the choir thing and kind of do my own thing with it a little bit. But it's called Prince of Peace, and I hope it brings you a little bit of peace today. Here we go. Prince of Peace. Sometimes the best way to bring peace into our lives and in the lives of other people is to lovingly let them figure it out for themselves. But be there for them when they're ready, if they're ready. But it's up to them. Thanks for watching me today and being a part of Fortissimo Friday. I am so glad to be here with you, and I'm grateful for the community that we have here on Facebook, and I hope you have a super fantastic weekend. Remember, it's up to you to do that. Take care. See you, Astrid. Glad you joined us too. See you. Bye-bye.